Welcome back everyone, it's Shirley here. Today's video I am going to be working on the 4 corner candies. We're going to start with the top left candy. In each one of the candy sections I'll be doing the same thing as I did in the previous video. I'll be printing one copy from printer paper. I'll then determine my color placement. After I've determined the color placement, I'll make 2 copies from the freezer paper. One will be for my stitching pattern and one will be for cutting my fabric. You can refer to the previous video for instructions on how I cut the fabric and prepared the stitching patterns. Piecing will be done the same as I've shown you in the previous videos. I'm going to start with the top left candy, and I'm looking on page 24, and I'm referring to the picture on page 33. Top left candy. I'm now going to take my pattern, which is found on page 5. I've gone ahead and made one black and white copy from just plain printer paper, making sure that I have printed it at 100%. I'm now going to determine the color placement for each section. I'll take my copy, turn my light box on, and I'm going to turn it to the unprinted side, remembering that this should correspond to the diagram on page 24. Now, if you notice, I'm going to be checking each one of the outside pattern pieces here. I'm just going to turn it until I can get all the letters in the proper place. No matter which way I turn this, I'm not seeing the same letters. So what I did was I started out with the A section and making sure that everything goes in the same order. D1, the D section is over here. The E section is over here, A section is in the middle, and these two are switched. To correct this so everything matches according to the picture on page 24, on a small little label, I'm now going to place it so that the C lines up on this side. I'm going to take the B and line it up with the B on here. Everything now looks the same as this copy. I have now A, B, C, D, and E. I've gone ahead and determined my color placement for the sections. For the color placement for the top left candy, I've determined that B1 is going to be orange and C1 will be orange. From purple fabric, 1 is purple, 3 is purple, 5 is purple, 7 is purple, and 9 is purple. 2 is orange, 4 is orange, 6 is orange, and 8 is orange. Everything else will be from white fabric, and you'll be cutting 1 piece of each of the pattern pieces. Remember to cut your pattern pieces from your fabric with the wrong side of the fabric facing up. The next section I'm going to be working on is the top right candy. Your top right candy pieces are going to be found on page 7, and I'm going to compare it to page 24 for the top right candy. From my pattern piece on page 7 again, I went ahead and I printed off a copy in black and white, making sure that it's at 100%. And I'm now going to turn on my light box and I'll check my pattern for placement and everything. So I'm going to turn it to the wrong side. My Q section is here, and just like in the top left candy, my M and N are reversed. To correct this, I'm just going to place my N over top of my N and my M over top of my N. My L section is in the middle, my M section is here, N, P, and Q. For the color placement, I determined that M1 is orange, N1 is orange, L2 is orange, L4 is orange, 6 is orange, and 8 is orange. The purple sections are going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. I then take my color placement copy, printed 2 copies on freezer paper, and those are for my stitching and my cutting. The bottom left candy will be found on page 25. The finished piece should look like this when it's done. For my color placement and checking my pattern, I'm going to turn on my light box, and CC and that are turned. FF is here and EE is here. Like I did before, I'm going to place the CC section over there, put my little label on there, and I'm going to do the same thing with the DD. I now have my BB, CC, DD, EE, and FF all in the right placement. For the color placement, DD1 and CC1 are going to be pink. Our pink sections are going to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. Our green sections are going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. I'm now going on to the bottom right candy. The finished picture is found on page 26, and your pattern pieces are found on page 12. I'm going to take my printer paper copy, going to turn it over, QQ, RR, and again, these two are reversed. M is okay. So I'm going to take my little label again, put it over top of there, and my PP section is going over top of those. I now have everything in the right orientation according to this. MM, NN, PP, QQ, and RR. For color placement, NN1, PP1 is pink. For our M section, MM1 is going to be green, 3 is green, 5 is green, 7 is green, and 9 is green. 2 is pink, 4 is pink, 6 is pink, and 8 is pink. Everything else will be cut from white fabric. I've gone ahead and stitched the candy sections together. Construction for putting the candy pieces together, they're pretty much the same as the other sections I put together. The pieces in these 4 candy sections are tiny, and the tiniest ones are right here. If you have any problems, please leave a comment in the comment section below the video, or you can email me directly. My email is found in the Show More section under the video. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.